Here's Steven Gostkowski now to kick this one off. And we are underway in Southern California. This is taken at the 3. Trayvon Austin, he's going to go. He's at the 30. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. The kick return touchdown goes for 97 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for the team that just scored, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you'd better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the second year back out of NC State, Naheem Hines. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. Well, this week 1 matchup between the Colts and the Chargers, there are a couple of ties between the two franchises. Of course, Colts head coach Frank Reich, he spent 2 seasons as the Chargers offensive coordinator in 2014 and 15. Then he would have 2 nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerry Tillery in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Casey Hayward, the Pro Bowler, there to knock it away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. Anthony Walker, the other Colts linebacker with over 100 tackles a year ago, making the play there.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
This time Jackson will throw it. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. He's going to wind up and air it out. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On third down, Jackson. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 20-yard line. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting the fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
Darius Leonard, last year's leading tackler as a rookie of the NFL, in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson, wide open receiver, complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. They'll wind up with 3 yards out of that, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
This is caught by Williams. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. No success on first down. He couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him again, and he finds the end zone.
Sometimes it just has to be persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Offensive line. After a team's been stuffed, the last thing they want to do is go to a different play call. They want to come back and do it again and show that they can dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Hey, 79! 79!
Throwing again on second down. Rivers finding Paris Campbell, and there's Campbell's first NFL catch. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, his first NFL reception, goes for 6 as they are now on the board here in the first half. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. The Charger drive about to get going. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Jennings was the one he was looking for. That'll bring up second down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Here's Jackson on third down. And it's complete. Henry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. First and 10 at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. To throw again is Jackson. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be second down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. Forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. Well, apart from Kyler Murray, not too many mobile QBs in this year's rookie class, but some good scrambling there to get the first. Some early fireworks from this rookie quarterback getting the start in week 1.
And every time a rookie quarterback gets to start week 1, you and I both know the extra attention that comes with it. We know that he's going to throw the football, but will he make the right decisions? And in this case with his legs, he showed the defense there's an extra dynamic to his game.
Well, last year, Henry really looked poised for a prime breakout season, but then May 22nd, tore his ACL during OTAs, ruled out for the year. Actually was added to the active roster in a pretty heroic return for their playoff clash with New England, but did not play. 29 career games for Henry, 12 touchdowns, and now with Antonio Gates' career coming to a close, they expect a lot out of the 24-year-old Hunter Henry. On first and 10, it's Jackson. And that's intercepted. It's Darius Leonard, the 2018 Defensive Rookie of the Year. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid.
And he coughed it up and picked up by the Chargers. 20. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are. And now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. To throw is Rivers. And he slings one that's incomplete. Zach Pascal, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram in there to drop him for a loss on the play.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Jackson on first down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
To throw again on second down. Jackson, and this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. On second down, it's Hines. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be a third and about 13.
Flip 180, 190.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. This is taken at the 15. The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
This pass finds its way to Williams. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. Allen, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. To throw is Jackson. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The free safety, Malik Hooker, there in coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Dalvin away and bring up second down.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Here's Jackson to throw. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And oh, it's blocked. And he gets it past the 30, but not much further than that. And the extra point attempt snuffed down.
I remember when they changed the rule and there's a lot of consternation, especially coming from the kickers. Okay, how's this going to affect things, having to kick a longer one now, much more of a field goal attempt, and the defensive guys saw it as an opportunity to get more block.
That's exactly right. There's more effort now. Before, when it was snapped down near the goal line, you would basically see guys just stand there.
Yeah, not anymore. Now, those guys are going after it because not only can they knock it away and change a little bit of momentum,
and get 2 points.
they can pick it up and take it back for 2 points.
This is Hines. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And that's going to be intercepted. It's the all-pro safety, Derwin James. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Let's go, team. Let's go.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Jerry Tillery in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, Rivers. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez, standing just outside his own goal line. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Fielded at the 33. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Give me that ball, defense. 22, jet,
Once more, here's Eckler. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 3rd and 2, here's Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Red Delta! 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Slam.
And they'll start on the ground with Hines. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Credit the sack to Malik Jefferson.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Throwing, Rivers. And that is incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
The Charger drive about to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That sack by the DN, Danico Autry. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Well, they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. The Chargers on third down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
50's the mark. Not today. Kill.
Jackson from the shotgun. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off around the 37. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Following the interception here, Rivers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're going to have a 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Rivers. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Switch.
White.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. That's going to set them back 5 yards. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Watch out. Here we go.
Load it.
Now Rivers on 4th down. He's going to let this go end zone for Hilton. And this is going to be incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Charger defense stands tall and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And that's intercepted. It's Darius Leonard, the 2018 Defensive Rookie of the Year. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Rivers now. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. To throw again. Rivers. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Rivers to throw for it on fourth. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danico Autry able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. What a great surprise Austin Eckler has turned out to be. That's the kid that was undrafted out of Western State, signed with the Chargers in 2017, and then last season, 554 yards at 5.2 yards per carry, and then he was also effective catching the football. 39 receptions, over 400 yards there. A great compliment to Melvin Gordon. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Here's Ty Long now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well.
And that's going to be intercepted. It's the all-pro safety, Derwin James. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Charger TD. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know, some